Let me guess. You spend time crafting an email campaign, you hit send, and you get nothing back. No replies, no new leads, no people excited to put money in your pocket. It's just silence. It is heartbreaking. It's not because you suck at emails, it's because you're writing them like an IT person. And let me tell you, your dream customer probably isn't an IT person. You're not a marketer. But in this video, we are going to fix that. I want to share with you some tips, some tricks that will allow you to write significantly better emails, hit the right people consistently over and over and over again, and be able to have people actually interested in doing business with you, especially when you work so hard getting their contact information, whether that's networking groups, doing inbound marketing, the whole gamut. How are you doing? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs just like yours build and grow their business by teaching you how to sell your services for more money and better clients, and also how to generate an unlimited number of leads into your business. If you'd like to learn more about us, head over to growth-generators.com. While you're there, head over to the resources section specifically, or maybe you want to come hang out with us in the Discord. I was hanging out in there the other day for about an hour and change and answering your questions. You, as the viewer of the channel, your questions. You could go onto resources, Discord there, take the podcast on the go. And more importantly, as a viewer of this channel, you are entitled to some vendor perks. I am actively working on more of them, I promise you. But if you want to grab some free tools, acronym cheat sheets, especially if you're not used to being in the industry, sales cheat sheets, how to handle objections, and there's even a marketing master, basically a master class in here, a master guide on what you should be doing right for your MSP. There's a pricing calculator in there. I've built a ton of stuff so you can have more success in your MSP business. So let's talk about email marketing. I want to address the big problem right off the bat that I see consistently over and over again. And by the way, if you're like, Harrison, I want a tool that's going to help, I got you on that one. I got some marketing tools here that you could use as well. But the big problem is MSPs are constantly failing at marketing. It's not because they're bad at what you do. You're actually probably amazing at what you do, and you're probably better than most because you're watching this channel. I say that kiddingly, but you do. You want to get better, and if you're that kind of person that wants to get better, then it's even more important for you to watch this video. But the problem is most MSPs focus on the features instead of the problems. And this is the features of, oh, look at Huntress, and there's no shame to Huntress, or, oh, look at Bitwarden, look at ESAT, I have the best RMM tool, whatever it might be. It does not matter. You are focusing on the features that you can provide versus the problem that the customer actually has. And we deal with technology all day, which means we deal with robots, AI, way more than your average customer. You sound like a robot because you're dealing with robots and you're probably prompting ChatGPT wrong. You are trying to sell to everyone instead of one type of buyer. And that's probably the biggest crime that I see. And I'm kind of addressing a bunch of the problems. And last but not least, there's no story attached. It's emotionless, it's dry, and it doesn't give people a reason to respond, right? We don't want to sit there and just throw out all of our features. That's gross, right? The client doesn't care. We need to start thinking about problem solving and what problems do we actually solve. That is the most important thing. And through this video, you're going to get those tips so you can actually implement them. But before we get into those, we have to make sure that we know who's reading it, who's going through, picking up the paper, right? I got some nice little prop paper here, and who's going through and actually reading the paper. There's a difference between writing to a list or writing to a general audience and writing specifically to that one type of person. If you write a great email to one type of person, you're going to have a much higher success rate than you trying to write this super generic email to everybody. You have to narrow your focus. You don't want to write to just all business owners. Sometimes there's probably some influencers on your list, hopefully, right? You are writing to one specific person. You're writing to Sarah, right? Who runs a 25-person dental office. And That's what she wants to read an email that makes her feel a certain type of way. Or John, who runs a construction company, or Tim, who runs a, I don't know, a tree trimming business. It doesn't matter. But what we can do is we can start to gain insights and get insights on what our clients are doing and what our clients would find value in, right? Use client calls that you're speaking to is a great starting point. If you're talking to prospects, listen to what they're saying to you. Hopefully you have Fireflies or one of your recorders in there. Take some kind of notes. Read LinkedIn comments from people to hear what their actual pain points are. Reddit is another great source. One of our members in MSP Heroes is crushing it on Reddit. You know who you are, Quinyon. Love you, buddy. Right? We have to make sure we understand what keeps our clients up at night. And then we want to understand the buyer persona, who we're actually going after. Every single person's going to be a little bit different, but I promise you probably have some general niches that you could focus in. Whether you are an MSP that focuses in finance, in legal, in architectural, or the services, the list can go on and on, but we need to know who we're going after, and we need to understand the person that's actually reading it. I would write a very different email to somebody that's just starting their MSP as opposed to somebody that is a $5-10 million company. The problems are going to be different. The issues that they're having are going to be different. My solution is going to be a little bit different for them, right? So let's talk about what actually works. You've made it here far enough. You're ready to hear it. But before I give it to you, I got to ask you, you just hit that like button really quick for me. And while you're down there, that little subscribe button, little notification bell. I won't go on until you hit it. And if you're driving, subscribe button, maybe a little 5-star review when you pull over. Thank you. Right? So we have to understand why people and what that thing is in between their ears, right? Their brain. You got set up, you kind of know who you're going after. You understand a little bit now how to kind of engage them. We have to make sure that people understand. People buy emotionally. Then they justify logically, right? Think about it. Think of how many times we've been to the grocery store. We've all been out shopping. Maybe we've been on Amazon late at night and we put a bunch of things in our cart and we hit buy. We wake up the next day and we're like, how much did we spend on Amazon last night? Or wherever we were, right? Out shopping. Then we try to justify it logically. Well, I kind of needed this, but you bought based on emotion. 90% of the time, it's based on emotion. And we want our potential customers to feel that. They want to feel understood, right? But they want to know that what we're writing, they feel that we understand them and their pain points and their problems. And this has to happen before they move to the next process, which is they trust you, right? People buy from people they know, people they like, and people they trust. We have to know them. We have to get them to like us. So that's creating that content and knowing who we're writing it to. And then, and only then, can they actually trust us. And one of the best things that you can do is think about it, right? Curiosity and relevance are really important for getting more people to open and more people to read your emails and hopefully click back saying, I'd like to do business with you. Right. So I'm going to give you a quick little simple email formula here to give you a good idea. Then I'm going to give you some tools and then I'm going to give you some examples. All right. Bear with me here. First thing, you got to have a hook. We learned about it in school way back in the day. When you're writing something, you got to get a nice little hook in there, right? My hook for this video is you probably stink at email writing and you spend time crafting an email address or an email campaign and you hit send and you get no response, right? It's the exact same thing. We have to hook them. We got to get them with something juicy, right? After we do that, we talk about the problem. I'm literally doing this in real time, right? I hooked you with telling you probably stink at emails. Now if you're watching this and you don't stink at emails, you're probably still going to get something, right? But the problem is you don't know who you're going after. The problem is you don't understand. You're talking about the features that you're actually going to provide. And the problem is you're talking like a robot, right? And you're probably using ChatGPT because you didn't prompt ChatGPT correctly. Then you got to agitate. You got to get them feeling some type of way. Right? Now, in the case of this video, I have hopefully you salivating, right, about what is the secret sauce. I'm getting there. Just bear with me, all right? but you gotta get them a little bit agitated and kind of paint the picture. You get the problem, you agitate a little bit, and then comes the story, right? The story is the part where you really get to sink your teeth into it. In this case, the story is me explaining to you how to write a better email. I agitate it all up, this story. Then I'm gonna provide you the solution, which is the examples, so you can go crush it. And then I'm gonna encourage you with a nice little call to action. In this case, maybe a little like on the video, a little subscribe button, a little notification bell. All right, gently tap them. And then after that, I encourage you to go do the thing, right? And the thing is writing emails. So you have a hook, a problem, you want to agitate, a story, and a solution. And then you got to tell them to do something, right? Those 6 parts, they are extremely, extremely, extremely important. All right, once again, hook, problem, the problem that they're currently having. You got to agitate them a little salt in the wound, right? We got to give them a nice little story, third party story, some kind of story, something to sink their teeth into. Provide them a solution, right? You don't want to just be like the bully here. And then you got to have them take some kind of action, some kind of call to action, whatever that might be. So let's talk about some tools if you want to use some tools, because the holidays are here and I have shiny object syndrome. So I hope you have shiny object syndrome. I normally wouldn't say that, but the holidays are around the corner here. So you got to send out emails. There's a couple great systems that you can use depending on how crazy you want to get. You already saw it. The first one, go high level, right? I am an affiliate. There's an affiliate link down below. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm what I'm supposed to say it, but I'm not recommending go high level because I get a very small kickback from it. I'm recommending go high level because Growth Generators, this entire business is built on go high level. If I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be using it. The money's not that good that it makes it worth me promoting it. Trust me. Go high level is a fantastic one. The reason why I like go high level, it's $97. It also comes with the MSP Heroes membership available at the top of our website, right under programs, MSP Heroes. It comes with a version of Go High Level with a whole bunch of stuff, emails already pre-built out, the whole 9 on here. But the nice part about it is you can send emails, you can A/B test, so you can send out 2 versions of an email and see which one's going to get better open rates or which one got better open rates. The other thing that you can do is you can have triggers and automations that trigger immediately after things are happening. Now, some of these other tools do that as well. I'm a big fan of Go High Level. You could use HubSpot. I was a HubSpot partner back in the day. I don't think we're an affiliate anymore, but HubSpot's another great option. Now, I will tell you, HubSpot's free version allows you to send emails. If you want any bit of automation after that, you have to start paying money. And HubSpot is not cheap. I will give you a fair warning there. The pro version of HubSpot that you need to do real automations is about $800 a month at the time of making this. It's probably going to make me, oh, there it is, $800 a month for the professional version. You have to have it. The starter that they give you is pretty not great. It's a good starting point if you're looking for the cheapest alternative, but after that, you got to ditch HubSpot. And one of my personal favorites is actually Active Campaign. It probably goes after Go. I shouldn't say probably. It goes after Go High Level, but it does pretty much everything at a pretty fair price. I actually forget their pricing. Might as well pull it up while we're sitting here. So you need either the starter or the plus. So $15 or $50 a month. Okay, I thought it was going to be like annually. Yeah, billed annually. So it's whatever, $600 a year, and then I can't do that math. $180 a year off the top of my head. But they do a really good job with email marketing. That is pretty much all Active Campaign does. Now they're trying to get a little bit into CRM stuff, customer relationship management, where they can keep tabs on things. But truthfully, Go High Level and HubSpot are the 2 best, in my opinion, CRMs with marketing platforms built in, bar none. I haven't seen really better stuff out there. You can experiment with MailChimp, God forbid, or your PSAs if you want to do that. I'm kidding. They're not that bad, but they're just not marketing tools. They're great at what they do. They're not CRMs. So keep that in mind at the time of recording this video. If it's like 5 years down the road, things might have changed. Check the date down below. But it is important to understand that. Now, I want to give you some real world examples so that way you don't have to stink at doing emails. Hopefully this has kind of got you a little bit with the process here. And if you want little pro tips, since you've made it this far, and hopefully you hit that like button and subscribe button, maybe that notification bell too. When you're prompting ChatGPT, because you probably are, to write emails for you, before you say, hey, Chat, I need a new fancy email that my customers or my leads are going to love, take a second and step back for a second. It should be something like this. Hey, chat, I am targeting, I don't know, financial advisory companies in Charlotte, North Carolina to that are between 25 and 50 people. The people that are going to be receiving this email are either key decision makers or influencers inside the business. Can you write an email with this process, right? A hook, a problem. We want to agitate that problem, story, solution, call to action. And when you paint that picture in, the response, the email that you're going to get is probably going to be the chef's kiss. Now, the more information you can put in there, the better. Now, inside of MSP Heroes, for the members that are watching, because I know there's a bunch of my members that watch, you can go through the comprehensive onboarding guide. It is a massively, massively long list. I apologize, it's about 100 and I think 80 questions. But it is designed, you fill that out one time, you throw it in ChatGPT, and you can ask it to write your emails, and those emails are going to be amazing. I know that for a fact because I use it quite literally all the time. But if you're not going through that, here's some quick examples, right? You don't want to do this bad subject line. Managed IT servicer or a managed IT provider in your area, or, we help small businesses with their managed IT. Trash, right? Hey there, we offer proactive monitoring, cybersecurity, and help desk support for small businesses just like yours. We'd love to schedule a quick call and show you how you can help. Now, this is the time where I really wish I was on like a TV set where I could just like punch a hole in the wall, but I'm at my house and I wouldn't do that in my office either, or throw something in a fit because it's terrible, right? It's all about us. There's no emotion or clear problem that you're solving, and there's literally no reason to reply. It's probably the worst email that you could ever write, right? But I want to give you a slightly better email, kind of like I just gave you, right? Hey team, are you losing tons of hours to tech issues or to Dentrix issues or Eagle Soft? I just happen to know those Practice Panther problems. Then you start off with, hey, so and so, I noticed your business or companies like yours are consistently fighting with tech problems or consistently battling against Dentrix that stalls patients coming in the door and drives the dentist crazy. I totally get it. We help businesses just like yours eliminate the downtime, keep more on their head on their hair, and patients coming through the door with alleviating those stresses. Do you want me to show you how we've helped tons of other people streamline their systems for free? Harrison, growth generators. I don't know, something like that, right? That is the process. Now, that email would probably need to be reworked because it's impossible to do these things off the top of my head. But you want to make sure that you go through a specific and relatable problem, right? In the case of the dental world, it is always Dentrix, Curve Dental, Eagle Soft are the main offenders. You have my case, Practice Panther, Clio for law firms. Their list goes on and on and on for every industry. Every industry has their own problems and their own softwares and hardwares that drive them absolutely crazy. You want to use a little bit of empathy because they're probably dealing with these issues. Whether or not they say they will, they are dealing with these issues. You want to show the benefit of working with you. We eliminate downtime. We remove the frustrations. We make it work like it's supposed to work. And then you want to offer a nice, easy, like a little underhand pitch of what the next step should be. Do you want me to show you? That. Would you like to take 15 or 20 minutes out? And I can show you how you can make your system run, I don't know, twice as more efficient, something like that. Or if these things are driving you crazy, do you want to hop on a quick 15-minute call? No pressure. Something that gets people excited. Just an easy offer that they can have that conversation. If they're not interested, they're not having those problems, they're probably not going to reach out. But because those problems are super specific, super relatable, you show the benefits and you show a little empathy in there, you're going to start to get some better response rates. It's really, really important. Now, if you've made it this far, I'm going to give you a little secret sauce here, a little Salt Bay action here, right? Subject lines can make or break email performance. Think about it. We've all been on our email and it's whatever that subject line says. You have to think about it a couple different ways. You can't just hope that you're going to get the best possible email on the first try. It is very common that I ask ChatGPT, hey, give me 25 variations or 20 variations because I want to pick what I think is going to be the best, not what ChatGPT thinks is going to be the best. I know my customers. ChatGPT doesn't know my customers, right? One of my favorite ones, can I be honest with your health, dental software? Can I be honest? Sounds like it's thought provoking, right? Your team's losing time and it's not their fault. Or something even catchier, your team's losing their time or losing time and it is your fault. Super, just like gets them, right? Then you have the benefits. How we helped a dental office in XYZ area save, or get 10 more patients in per day. I don't really know how many patients a doctor or dentist serves every day, but like a benefit focused for them. And then last but not least, the other last favorite one is a question. Are you still paying for, Dentrix and it's driving you crazy? And they're like, what? What are you talking about? And then they click and they open it. It's not clickbait, right? It's just the truth told in a very interesting and atypical way. It's not what most people are doing. And by following that, you are going to have a massive, massive success. So let me leave you with this one last thing. I'm going to give you a little bit of the email structure on how you can build that email. So there's no guesses on any of this, right? Spent a lot of time today specifically on this video and neglecting a lot of my other responsibilities. You want to use short sentences, easy to read, 5th, 6th grade reading level. If you're like, I don't know how to write in a 5th and 6th grade reading level, ask ChatGPT to write it in a 5th and 6th grade reading level. Speak conversationally, not corporate jargon. Well, there could be synergy between us. They don't care how proactive you are. They don't. You should be brushing your teeth. That's proactive. They don't care how proactive your MSP is, right? Enterprise grade. They don't care about the jargon. Make it about them. It should be like 10% about you, 80% about them. And every email should have a low or soft call to action. Do you want to see how this would work? Would you be open to spending 10 minutes on a quick call? Can I take 15 minutes? Can I send you a little video? Respond yes if I could send you a free video on how to do some of these things yourself and get the advantages. That's what makes life easy. And if you follow this process, you will have a massively, massively better time sending out emails. Now, this is very different when you're cold emailing. And I have plenty of videos on cold emailing and more to come up, so I'm not going to dive into that on this one. But if you're interested in that, leave a message or leave a comment down below saying, hey, Harrison, I really like that you shaved your head today. And can you make a video on cold emailing? I don't know, something like that. I would make the video then. I love you guys as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one.